Hi guys, are you straight? Let me see. I think that's better. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Erin if you're new here. I've been wanting to film a video like this for months now and I just haven't had the chance and kind of haven't gotten to it. There's so many video ideas that I have that I want to make and I think I'm just honestly going to start pushing them out. I, for some reason, had an idea that I had to only post twice a week. And that was like my limit. I couldn't post more than that, but I'm like, why? I can post as much as I want. So I'm gonna start posting more. So look forward to that. But today we're doing a favorites video. I'm gonna show you guys a bunch of my current favorites. We're gonna kind of go in categories so that you're not super confused on why we're going from food to incense. So let's just get straight into it. I think let's start off with the food because we only have like a few things. But first thing I'm going to show you guys are my favorite Nespresso pods as of right now. I do have the Nespresso Virtuo? I can't remember what it's called, something like that. But they're like the wider pods and I like to make lattes, so I usually use espresso pods. And my favorite espresso pods are Bianca Leggero, I think that's how you say it. Make sure you get the espresso ones, not the coffee. They look like this. It's a very creamy, like rich, it gives me that like Starbucks vibe of a drink, if that makes sense, kind of like a caramel macchiato or even maybe like a brown sugar latte, not as like bitter but similar. And then I also have the double espresso dolce, so this is a double, so I'm pretty sure it makes a little bit more of the actual liquid, but looks like this, and they're both super yum, so I just wanted to mention those in case you guys have an espresso and you want to know what pods to get. Those would be the ones I'd recommend. The next thing is this granola. So random, but I'm allergic to nuts and this is the only granola that I could find that doesn't have like cashews in it, which is what I'm allergic to. I'm allergic to cashews and pistachios. But this is one of the only ones that doesn't have that in it. This one's so good. I love all of the stuff in it and it's really, really simple. I've been obsessed with granola lately. This has, I'm pretty sure 11 grams of protein for a half a cup. So if you use almost a half a cup for like your yogurt in the morning, that's giving you a good amount of protein, and that's something I'm always trying to get into my diet because I go to the gym, so if I'm not putting protein in my body, it's kind of like pointless in a way. I've also been using it to cut up peaches or apples, and then I'll top them with brown sugar and a little bit of this and throw them in the air fryer. I'm sure you could also do the oven, and it just comes out with like this almost like an apple crisp, apple granola type vibe, and it's so yummy. Definitely would recommend. That's all we have for food, so I told you, it wasn't very much. The next things I'm going to mention are electronics. So the first thing are my Sony headphones. I got these last month and I actually was filming a vlog when I did it. It is my building a routine video. If you guys go check that out, you'll see me trying these out and picking them and everything. Whew. But these are the Sony headphones. They're just the black color and I'm obsessed with these. The noise cancellation on this is so amazing. I used them when I was on the airplane and I literally was so in my own world. I was able to completely block out the rest of the airport and the rest of the people on my plane, so I loved that. The sound quality is really good. They literally never die. The only thing I would say about them is I was intending to wear them at the gym, and if you're doing like ab workouts where you're like laying down and sitting up, sometimes they can slip down and also they get pretty sweaty on like the ear area. So I'm not gonna lie, when I am doing something that's more of like a physical activity, I don't wear these. I usually wear my AirPods, as well as if I'm like walking by myself, I'll use my AirPods just because I think it's important to still hear your surroundings. And these completely just block out any noise that is around you. They also come with like an app, so you download an app and then you can control all of the settings on them. I definitely recommend these. I got them at Costco and I would recommend getting them somewhere like Costco because then the warranty is really good. So yeah, and they were on sale. I think I got them for like $100 off. The next thing is my Kindle. This is my Kindle. I'm obsessed with her. She is, I think, a 2018, I want to say. I got it off Amazon. I think it was around 70, 80 bucks. And I have this little, what's it called, cover on it. And I got this off of Amazon as well. I love this cover because it has a little hand slip, so you can read while like just holding it like this, but also it has a little stand. So let's say I'm not wanting to hold it, I can just prop it up and then read. So I love this. This is one of my favorite purchases. If you have a Kindle, you need the case. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. And I'll read off a few of my favorite books that I've been reading lately. I'm gonna go onto my Goodreads app, which I have on my phone. If you guys don't have Goodreads, I definitely suggest it if you are into reading or you want to be into reading. Some books that I've read recently are People We Meet on Vacation. Took me a while to get through. It was kind of like, it was good. I liked the story, but we kind of knew where it was going the whole time, and It was like a little predictable and slow to get into. I didn't really get hooked until I was about 60% through. Another one that I am obsessed with, which is actually a part of one of my favorites in this video, is The Fifth Agreement. If you've read The Four Agreements, I would definitely suggest reading The Fifth Agreement. And if you haven't read The Four Agreements but you would like to, you could honestly probably skip The Four Agreements and go straight into The Fifth Agreement, because it does touch on the Four Agreements as well. And then it just kind of like, it's just such a good book. I would definitely recommend it. I would consider it like a self-help, self-development, spiritual type book. But that's all I have for electronics. Next thing I'm going to touch on is makeup. I have a few things that I want to talk about. Let's go in order, I guess, of how I would put the makeup on. It's actually all that I have on right now, and it's 3 products. So it is the It is the Dior concealer. This is so pretty. I'm obsessed with this concealer. It goes on really, really well, and it has like a good amount of coverage without looking cakey. And it just, I don't know, it leaves your skin looking really flawless. As you guys can see, I feel like I have a few acne scars and pimples and like darkness under my eyes, and it covers up everything really, really well without looking super cakey or super light and letting everything peek through, as well as it stays on pretty well. So I would definitely suggest this concealer. I like using mini beauty blenders. This is the second one of my favorites that I was going to mention. It's dirty right now because I just used it, but don't judge me. It looks like this. I get them off of Amazon. They come in a 2-pack, and I think they're about $5 or $6. I like these way more than the actual huge beauty blenders because they really get into like the small areas of your eye. And since all I'm really doing now makeup wise for concealer is like under my eyes and then maybe a few spots, this is really perfect for getting that like targeting, if that makes sense. Whereas a beauty blender is more of like an all around type thing. I just find this works really, really well, especially if you're gonna do like baking or like reverse contouring where you dip in powder and then you like draw the powder on so that it leaves a bright look. This is so good because it gives you that precision and control of where you're placing it, and I just, yes, please go and buy this beauty blender. You need it, okay? Next thing I'm gonna talk about is this Chanel bronzer. I've wanted this for so long. I've wanted this for probably years. I've seen people talk about this, and it's just expensive, so I've never bought it. But everyone always says that it's gonna last forever and that it's really, really good and that it's worth the money, and I cannot agree more. My mom actually bought this for me because we went shopping the other day, or I think it was like a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh my god, I wanted this bronzer for so long, and so we both got one, and I was like, yes, I didn't have to pay for it. If you're watching this, thanks mom, I love you. I got mine in the color Le Beige. I think that's the color. I'm pretty sure it looks like this. There are a few shades, and I just like to apply it with a little MAC brush. This is the MAC 130. I've had this for forever. It's just like a little stippling brush. I just like dip it in and then place it on. I like this because it also kind of dupes as like a blush in a way. It has a very warm tone without being too orange, without being too cool toned. It's like a very good match for my skin tone. So if you have olive skin, I would definitely suggest this shade because it just brings out the best in our skin. It doesn't look too ashy or too dark or too muddy. It's just like beautiful. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's just so pretty and like lifelike, if that makes sense. Then the next item, and actually the last item that I'm going to talk about for makeup, is this Merit Cheek Stick. This is in the color Beverly Hills. I was actually gifted this by Merit, just saying. And thank you so much to Merit for sending me this. I was literally flabbergasted when they reached out because I see them in Sephora, and so I'm like, oh my god, a Sephora company is reaching out to send me stuff? Yes, I'll take it. But I'm obsessed with this cheek stick. It is the only blush that I use now. So I like to use it actually with a little, I guess this is kind of like a curved, this is the multi-function brush. This is a brush set from Amazon that I got, but it's basically like a, I guess somewhat of a stippling brush, but it has more of like an angle. It's a little bit more compact. I don't know how to describe this brush, but pretty much all I do is I'll like go straight on here, and then the area that I'll place it is like all along here. So I used to only place my blush kind of from here back because that was the tip I learned on lifting your face and making yourself look more youthful and yada yada. But I realized that I am young and my face looks young, and I really like the look of having like a blushier inner cheek. And because I'm young and my skin isn't like, you know, gravitational pull hasn't had its hold on me yet, I can get away with putting it here. So if you think it looks good on you, maybe try and put it more on your inner parts of your cheeks. It just looks so youthful and glowy and pretty and I like the way it looks a lot. So sometimes I like vary it depending on what I want to look like. I need water and like a fan. That was a lot of talking. Whew. Let's go into clothes next. The next two pieces of clothes that I'm going to mention are my favorite pieces as of recently. All summer I've been wearing these. The first one I feel like you guys have probably seen me talk about is this H&M Sport tank top. It has built-in padding with it and it's also just super fitted on the waist. It's almost like shapewear in a way. It's super comfortable. You don't have to wear a bra with it, and if you're a fuller chested girl like me, I would suggest getting this. I have it in 2 colors and it's my favorite tank top ever. It's my go-to. I love it. You could probably wear it to the gym if you wanted, maybe not for like running or something, but definitely to like lift weights or do Pilates or something. I'm obsessed with these. I definitely want to see if I can find more of them because I want to buy them all in different colors, maybe buy a few of the black before they stop selling them, because let's be real, they probably will at some point. The next thing are these Aritzia TNA Extra Fleece gray shorts. I'm obsessed with these. They fit very well. They're also really comfortable and they're just like a really good material. I got them in a size small. Oh, by the way, this top is in a size medium. And yeah, I love it. Can't go wrong with these shorts. Like, they're really, really great quality sweat shorts. As long as I don't throw in any bags of clothes, I probably will have them for a long time. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go watch my shop with me for summer video. I talk about a story time of throwing out basically a bunch of my summer clothes. By accident. Not throwing out, donating, but still. Anyways, I am obsessed with this. I wanted a robe for when I'm getting ready because I love wearing robes. I've always worn robes when I'm getting ready, and during the summer I don't want to put on like a fuzzy, furry, thick robe when I just got out of the shower. I'm too hot and sweaty after that. I don't know, I can't be the only person that sweats after getting out of the shower. Like if I take a hot shower, I get really hot, especially if I'm gonna have to blow dry my hair after, if I'm actually getting ready. No, I need another shower. Like I can't do it. I got this because this is a satin robe. I went to Marshall's actually looking for a satin robe and I expected to get like a short one, but this one is very, very long. She's like this champagne beigey type color. The sleeves detailing on it are beautiful. It's in a size extra large. Yeah, extra large, I'm pretty sure. Which was fine because I can tie it so it's not a huge problem, and it's also not long enough where it like drags on the floor. But this is just such a beautiful piece. I'm so obsessed with this and so happy that I got it. I would definitely suggest getting a silk robe for yourself to get ready in. It's quite a vibe, I must say. The last kind of clothing-ish piece that I'm going to talk about, this right here. I know it's kind of weird to show like a bra online, but for my fuller-chested girls, I had to just help you out because this bra is heaven sent. I got it when I went to the States. It's from Aerie, and when I went, I thought that they only had them in the States, so I was kind of like, oh my god, should I get every single color because this is the best fitting bra I've ever had in my life. But then I came to Canada and I guess they released them while I was in the States. So now I have my go-to bra that I can go and get. I have it in 2 colors. I have it in the size 30. Oh, I have it in the size medium. They don't come in bra sizes actually. So the band is pretty wide and they fit me perfectly. I love this because my boobs do typically kind of like fall to the center. They like to squish together. And a lot of the times if I'm wearing a bra that has like a cut here, there's a lot of spillage. I'm constantly adjusting. I have like the 4 boob situation going on. Whereas with this, it's just like smooth all the way across. So all it does is really leave this part out. And I'm just obsessed with this. It is such a good, comfortable bra. It almost feels like a sports bra or like a bralette, but it's not. There's no wiring. It's all like wireless and seamless, and it's just, I love it. You need it. Please go buy yourself this. You deserve it. And then the last things I'm going to talk about are more on like my ritual, spiritual side. I have a crystal I want to talk about and then a package of incense. So the crystal I want to talk about is amethyst. This is like the most popular crystal. I feel like if you're getting into crystals, this is the crystal you probably go for first. I think it was probably one of the first crystals that I bought, maybe not this exact one, but just an amethyst in general. But I kind of, not forgot about it, but I just wasn't really reaching for it for a while there. And recently I have been using it for everything. I sleep with one by my bed because I know it's great for your dreams. It's supposed to bring in really positive dreams and also just help enhance remembering your dreams, having dreams that have spiritual messages and meanings. You can also put it under your pillow. I've done that a few times, but I just always have it on my nightside table. And then another thing that I like to do with it is to meditate with it. I'll hold it in my hands and just really focus on my heart center and also the energy of the crystal. I can like feel it as I'm speaking to you. What was I saying? Yeah, but I will also do it if I'm like, let's say journaling, I'll just have it sitting with me, or yoga or anything like that. I just really like bringing it around with me lately. I think that the amethyst crystal is a really big, for me at least, it really gives me a feeling of like guidance and support, protection. It has almost like mother energy to it. Like, I don't know how to explain that. I don't if you're someone that's spiritual, you might know what I'm talking about, where you feel that with trees. I personally feel like I get mothering energy from trees sometimes. Especially there's one in my backyard that really feels like mothering energy. This crystal also feels like mothering energy to me. I don't know how else to explain it, but it does. I'm gonna read a few things online about what it says about amethyst because I am just kind of telling you intuitively what I feel with it, but I can give you guys some more specific properties on what it's like. So amethyst healing properties. For physical properties, they help boost your immune system, deeper sleep, and migraines. I actually haven't had a migraine in a really long time. Interesting. And then spiritual wise, they help with intuition, third eye awakening, reduces negative energetic influences. And then emotional, they help balance emotions, calm the mind, give you courage, and help with decision making. And I can definitely say that this has been just helpful and impactful. So if you're someone who is drawn to crystals and who likes to use crystals, I would say reach for your amethyst and maybe give her a try. Or if you have a crystal that's been really speaking to you lately, tell me what it is. The next thing I'm going to talk about, and actually the last thing I'm going to talk about, is this pack of incense. This is a pack of incense that I actually got at a cafe by my house. They sell a bunch of like holistic, natural things, I guess you could say, like creams and lotions and incense and sage and matcha and just like a bunch of stuff. And this is one of the ones I picked up because as of right now, the only incense that I've used have been rose scented. And although I really love rose scented incense, I also want to do some more research on the back end of the meanings of specific incense because I kind of just use them as clearing properties to set intentions and to kind of give me back my power in a way, but it would be interesting to see what they actually stand for because I'm sure that each scent has a different property, if that makes sense. But green tea incense I found has been a lot lighter in my home. It doesn't leave that incense residue as strong, and it's not as strong of an incense smell, if that makes sense. It smells very clean and fresh and like springy and just yummy. Like, I really love the way this smells, and even when I burn it, I really love the way it smells. I'm going to read what it says on the back because it says, by the way, the company, it's called Ascent, which is really cute. Like, I'm assuming they're playing off of like Ascent, you know? And then on the back it says Between Heaven and Earth, which I think is really cute. That's the website, and I'm pretty sure they're actually made in Canada. Yeah, it is made in Canada. So it says on the back, green tea, fresh, uplifting, and effortlessly chic. Citrus and lightly spicy green tea complement each other exquisitely in this refreshing blend that takes the edge off of a hard day. This is the other package of incense that I have. I've gotten this at a spiritual store that is like 15 minutes away from my house. And this is the Om Rose incense. It talks about what the word Om means. And this one's really, it does smell good. It's just a lot more of like a strong smell. But I'll read you the back because if you don't know what Om means, it's actually pretty beautiful. A lot of these spiritual words that I feel like are so popularly used, like Namaste and Om and Chi, and like all of these words that we hear, they have such beautiful meanings, and it's so crazy to know that like they've always had this meaning and we're just now learning them as we're supposed to. My whole 23 years, these words have always meant this. These words have always been there. Spirituality has always been a thing, but it isn't until like my 22nd year that I'm actually ready to hear what the meaning is and to like understand it and stuff. I don't know, I think that's beautiful. The word Om and the ancient Sanskrit symbol represent the sound vibration that created the universe. This incense is a blend of rose oil combined with the finest natural resins, honey, and wood powders. A fair trade product made with sustainable natural materials, handcrafted in India. So yeah, that's my other package of incense. I think that's everything I wanted to show you guys. If you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave any comments down below of things that you would like to see in my videos. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new here. I would love, 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 love to have you. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much. I can't believe how fast this channel is growing. We're over like 2,100 right now, and I feel like I just hit 1,000, which is so weird, and I'm so grateful. And I love getting your comments on my videos and having conversations with you guys, and like, you guys are all just so like-minded. Like, I wish we were all in person so that we could have these conversations, because it's kind of honestly hard to find people that have these sorts of conversations in real life, not necessarily on their favorites, but on more spiritual topics that we do have on my channel. So being able to talk to you guys and hear other people resonate with stuff and have advice and have tips and just connect with me, I'm obsessed with it, and I literally love it, and it's so exciting and motivating to keep going. So thank you so much if you've ever left a comment or liked my video or even just thought a positive thought about me or my channel or anything. I really, really appreciate it, and I feel your love, and I'm sending you love, and I hope you have a wonderful day. So I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.